Hi everybody, this is Jackie Bach here to present to you my tic-tac-toe differentiated tool that I will be using in my classroom next week. So I'm super excited to show this to you and show you what I learned and what I created. So this tic-tac-toe board is focused on geometric shapes. It's for my 6th graders. You can see at the top there, those are my 3 learning targets my students will be able to. So those are the 3 things that we focus most on during this unit, the 3 things that I want my students to take away that they will be using throughout this entire review and then also on the test. And so let's go ahead and look down at the breakdown of my tic-tac-toe board. I am requiring that all students complete the middle section. It is the main chapter review that all students will have to do. And then feeding off of that, then they have a lot of options that they can make. So they can move up and down, side to side, diagonally, giving them a lot of flexibility and freedom with that. I'm also incorporating basic skills and advanced skills, and you can see that from the B or the A that's next to the heading of every single activity. A few of them that I want to highlight is if they're moving up and down here, then they have the opportunity to write an email, either to a friend, a parent, to me if they want to, describing the difference between area and perimeter. They have to include examples of each, showcase what they have learned, and then be able to explain it. So that is a basic skill that I'm asking students to do. And then feeding off of that, I have comic strip listed as an option. So this is a great skill for some of my students that love art, love showcasing what they have learned through visual representations or drawings, and so then they can create a comic strip of how to calculate area and perimeter, how they're related, of a choice that they choose. They can either draw it or find it. I'm really going to encourage students to look in the classroom for these things and to calculate their own area and perimeter of different shapes. Otherwise, and within this section, if they have some other idea that they would like to do, showcase their knowledge, they're more than welcome to do that, and they have to just ask me before they do it. So going back to our center here then, I really wanted to incorporate some technology into the choices that my students had. So I went ahead and found on MobyMax, which is the online technology site that I use in 6th grade and 5th grade for math. I found it to be a really helpful tool. It's similar to like IXL or Khan Academy, but they actually have practice tests on there. And so I was able to find a test that correlates to these 3 main objectives that I was hitting, and then put it on my tic-tac-toe board as an option for students. A lot of my students love MobyMax, some of them don't, and so that's the flexibility of having a tic-tac-toe board and not requiring students to do every single thing on it. And then with that, they'd have to do their review notes, which is just a short review of the main concepts that we have studied in this chapter. Okay, so going back to our center here then, students can then do a diagonal cross where we have a vocabulary booklet. So they kind of have the flexibility of how they like to represent that booklet, create it, but they do have specific things that they must define within it. And then connecting with that one is another letter, but it's an advanced skill because they have to interview someone whose job they find super interesting and ask them how they use area and perimeter in their jobs. What does that look like? How do they use it? Has it been really important to them? Because in most jobs there's at least an aspect of using these skills. And then they also have to identify 4 more ways that these concepts from the chapter are used in real life today. All right, and then the last option that the students have is making a Flipgrid video, which we are familiar with because we've been able to do that in this class. My students love doing this. They think it's so fun. They like watching themselves. And so that's an option of what students can do. The other thing then connected to that is making a Kugel. So this tic-tac-toe is very focused on using a lot of technologies. And so then this mind web is on Kugel, where they are kind of making a graphic, a mind web of what they've learned and those vocabulary words and how they connect and fit together. And so I really enjoyed making this tool. I think it's going to be very effective to use in my classroom, and I look forward to telling you about how it all went. So thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to hear about all of your great ideas of what you've come up with. Thanks so much, guys.